Okay, so I'm going to talk about my father today and a couple other family members, the Hansels, and cover some shit about connecting the dots through over time, how this shit has shown, besides just what they've been doing to me, that they're pedophiles, but my father and my mother that adopted me gave it its stamp of approval. One of the things they push on me is trying to use this as as a way of heroizing themselves. We're showing people that this shit is going around, and if Angela fights us on it and argues about it and does shit like that, it's legit. Apparently, that's the idea. Yeah, it's so legit to the point that I don't even know if I exist anymore. Like, if I'm consciously here, I don't know if this is me talking. I don't know if this is somebody else talking. I don't know. I don't know. I question things like when they make me be in pain. Like, they stab my back and they cause my entire right side and my right hip to want to collapse in pain. My left leg, my right knee, my left knee, when they pinched my clitoris for about an hour with this technology, just over and over and over again. When they use their technology, which these are supposed to be tactiles, they're not. I believe I've told you they made an object go from the bathroom counter to the carpet and skip over the entire space in the bathroom from the counter to the doorway. My back was turned. I thought, how the hell did that end up over there? I've talked about this before. Like I said, it is assault. It is sexual assault. I'm being raped every day. They can mess with my insides. They can make me. I've been diagnosed with asthma a long time ago when I was in high school, and they pick and choose when I have asthma attacks. I went years without an asthma attack. I walked into work almost a month ago. I walked inside work and had an asthma attack all day long. All day long, I had an asthma attack. I had an asthma attack after work. I had an asthma attack at work. They just chose that was how it was going to feel. So, once again, I'm supposed to say this is how things are done to people. And I'm going to have to say, so you're saying that if somebody has asthma or allergies, you decide they have asthma and allergies. Someone has cancer, you guys decide when someone has cancer. All these things without y'all are fake. You know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying when I say this is a bunch of garbage? If they're telling people this, that mental illnesses are made up and that this is how schizophrenia is done. People actually stalking you and following you around, and your coworkers knowing everything that's going on and acting like they're oblivious to it when they're around you is not the same thing. People in high school knowing about shit that they shouldn't know about because you little fuckheads wouldn't shut up and wanted to be freedom of speech, but not freedom of speech because you weren't doing freedom of speech. You were showing you were controlling me. So, like I said, these are things that are problems. I talked about family members telling on themselves. I was raised in a Christian household. Jack used fucking God as an excuse for why we stopped doing things. Pulled us out of school. My brother and I got the crap beat out of us by my mother. I watched my brother get waterboarded. I think I've talked about this. I watched my brother David, who cannot swallow pills, get waterboarded by my mother as she held his jaw open, trying to make him swallow pills, drowning him in water over and over again in horror, and wasn't able to speak up while my older brother was upstairs listening to my mother scream at the top of her lungs, "Swallow it. over and over. Never came downstairs. Never questioned what was going on. Let it go. Didn't care. I mean, what age did Jay know? Honestly, I try to give y'all the benefit of the doubt and hope that he was a little bit older when y'all told him. But what I'm finding out is y'all didn't care how old they were when you told them about this shit. The Hansels told their kids before they moved into their cabin when it was built, but when they moved to Austin, they told them for damn sure by then, because Michael Hansel and Deborah Hansel told me and my brother David that they saw a demon on the stairs. And of course, being all like, ooh, that's cool, oh my god, because, you know, that's just how we were raised back then. And me being the person that I've been, I've always wanted to see it for myself. Like, that's my big thing. That is like confirmation for damn sure for me. But, you know, I've apparently been looking at the little bastards my entire life. I think I've said this before. So my faith and where I stand on things has bounced around a lot. So Michael and Deborah both said that, and Lauren Hansel backed them up, and so told me and David that it was true when it was a lie, and they were using it as a manipulation tactic to tell on themselves. Jack Lebeter has an attraction to intelligence, and every child that he has helped groom, including his niece and nephew Blake and Stacy, Jay himself, including his other son David, because David got invited on to knowing about this shit as well at some point. These little fuckheads all got groomed. I know Blake got groomed on early. I don't even think he was a teenager when they let him know about it. I don't think Stacy was. She may have been. She may have not been. I don't know. She's another question mark on when I can't quite pinpoint the exact age when they decided they were smart enough but hadn't fully matured, so they went ahead and told them about this so they could prepare them for how to treat and act and be around us, or what they were going to be doing and how it was going to be going down, since they already planned and schemed for how they wanted this to go down, like narcissistic personality disorder has these issues on. These people, these kids, as they were raised this way, were raised with antisocial traits, is what I'm supposed to say, but you only need to have 3 of the traits going at the same time consistently for it to count as antisocial, and they did. They still do today, because it's a sex trafficking ring. So they are part of a sex trafficking ring from child to adult. Jack Lebeter did this with at least one other kid in church that I can point out for damn sure that he put on a big display with. I'm thinking others, but I don't know. I know he gravitated towards theocratic as well. Aaron Dolan was one of the kids he went and hung out with and spent time with. And my hypothesis on it is they knew that this was going to come out where I was going to start talking about pedophilia and y'all being pedophiles, and y'all were going to deny it. And I'm going to correct that. You knew they were going to be sex trafficking me. You knew they were going to be sexually assaulting me, raping me, every guy I was going to be with, because you did a whole display from the age 3, I think is what they said, with Daniel Smith. Stephen Smith, my birth father, Daniel Smith, to several Stevens all the way up through high school, and finished it off with a guy named Gary Stephen Douglas, who goes by Stephen Douglas, when they went vocal. These were all people they purposely put me with. Garrett Adcock they put me with. Craig Matralis they put me with. These were all people they purposely put me with. They hooked me up with them, they connected me to them, and they wanted me to date them. They wanted shit to go down with them. They used Stickney to help use a trauma bond to connect with me so that I would cheat on my boyfriend back then, Matthew Stanwyck. I don't call Matthew Stanwyck one of the traffickers from that time period, because he himself was under the age point of consent, so he himself was being trafficked while he was with me as well. Sucks, doesn't it? So anyways, these little assholes are trying to find ways to poke holes in what I'm saying, and I'm telling you, I'm going to be the one poking holes in their shit, because if you've been down the road that I've been down, then you know payment comes in many fucking forms. And they're sadists, and they're sick fucks, and I'm dealing with malignant narcissists. So Jack Ledbetter is one of those adults. He not only used God as an excuse. My gymnastics coach touched me when I was in gymnastics, when I was doing a back bend, when we were doing stretches. I got pulled out of gymnastics shortly after that. Christiana Connick and I used to be good friends, and an incident went down between her and I, and we never went back to church until I was much, much older. I want to say like 16, possibly 17. No, wait. I'm jumping the gun on this, because we did go back before that. Sorry. Roughly about 13, excuse me. About 13 years old, we went back to church when I was about 13. Roughly around there. May have been 12. The REI incident, I never went back to REI with my parents. They never brought me with them to go back to REI that I can remember. They claim, like I said, they claim Jack and Pat claimed God told us to stop hunting y'all in public school, and that we were going to travel for missionary trips. Jack claimed that God made him and his best friend Gary Jones sick. Whether Gary knew about what these fuckers were doing or not, it was not God. It was these assholes, and they claimed that we were going to die if we went to the village that night to go speak to the people in the village in Fiji that we were talking to, that we were supposed to be ministering to with the large group of people that we were with. Last I heard, they had a divide and kind of went to war about shit in some weird-ass way, and the village split. Whether there's accuracy there or not, I have no idea. I don't remember the village name, and I don't know if there's any way to look up information on it or not. But that was the story we were told. So it added a level of danger that we were in at the time. All of this is bullshit. It was not God. Jack knew who it was. And a long, long time ago, Jack told me God is in the science. And I kind of took that into heart, and to not looking at things so black and white with science and God, because it's one of those things. It's just one of those areas where you get iffy with when you're trying, especially when you're trying to figure yourself out and your belief system out, and you want to believe things, and then science comes back and says, hey, this really doesn't add up to this, and then you got Christians saying, hey, well, you know, and I'm sitting here going, I don't like this torn feeling about things. So I liked the idea of it. It made sense to me to kind of ease up on the back and forth thing. Didn't mean that I don't still have areas where I've gone back and forth on things. Dinosaurs is a big one where I go back and forth with things. I mean, even the Bible itself, when they talk about people living up to like over 400 years, I'm like, dude, we have better healthcare system and we don't live up to 400 years. So, I mean, I've had my questions about shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not just like gonna just say that it is exactly as it was in the Bible. I've not been one of those people that said, you know, God says man with man and a woman with woman is a sin. No, I've disagreed with that for a very, 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 I don't even know how long. I think that's bullshit, and I feel like as far as the Bible goes, that's outdated and not up to date with where life is at now. And if God had known this and knew that time would go this way, I think he would agree with us as it is, that we grow, and we are intended to grow, and not, as the Bible says, judge not, for you will be judged yourself. You know, shit like that. Yeah. So it's kind of stupid to contradict. Even the Bible contradicts itself all over the place in certain areas. And It's just one of those things. So I just needed to cover that. So the Hansels told on themselves. I know Jack had a fondness for intelligent children. He gravitates towards them. I'm telling you right now, him gravitating towards you or your children or pulling you in is a dangerous thing. Because this is a sex trafficking ring. The DNA that they talk about, DNA carries over, and they think like they want you to think like mental illnesses and stuff like that and genetic shit. You know, trauma comes in genetic form too. I was screaming and beating the shit out of my car the other night while they were being little assholes to me because my son got screwed over. I'm happy he's alive, but Jet, if you ever watch these videos, don't be mad and don't get angry at me. Don't think I hate you in any way. But quite frankly, for what they planned and what they had planned, I should have aborted. I should have aborted you, and I would have saved your life because I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what goddamn shit is gonna come down the line with so many people giving this a thumbs up. Not just for you, but for any kids you have. And Cheryl and Casey, they helped enabled it, and I've got a problem with them doing that. I've got a problem that they want to act like they are just like so blessed to have you, and they treat you the way that they treat you because this level of shit, you have no idea. I'm not supposed to be the one that make you question all the love that they seem to have given you along the way if they never hurt you in that way. The abuse level that they have allowed to happen, what they're going to happen is ridiculous. And they're not even fighting. They're just rolling over. Like, whatever. You know, who cares? So, I needed to make that very, very, very clear that these little assholes, like I said, Garrett Adcock told on himself as well. He told me something about him that I think is a lie, but he did it in a way to, when I look back at this, I could say it's a sign because he said he used to, towards the end of things, was making gestures about things. I have a song by Block Party that I really like that I picked up on from Gossip Girl called Signs. The song is about someone they loved who died, and saying goodbye to them in a really weird sense. I don't know if that was something he understood was a sign, because, you know, I don't exist, but I do exist, but he was happy to help these little assholes out. So, thank you on that note, at least for that much, for telling me that information, because I've heard about people, I've met people that talked about being molested. They only ever talked about adults molesting them. You were the first one to mention another child. Yup. You were the very first one to mention another child. And I never talked about the boy who I look at now, especially on top. I say he was innocent no matter what, because I told you it was a war zone in my head. And it wasn't something that I made very, very... I didn't talk to a lot of people about it. Like I said, there was only a handful of people that heard it from my mouth about what happened. And up until the drunk spin out when I was trying to make the book, where things got really out of control, which I think they had a part of because they thought it would be a good cover story for shit. But unfortunately, it's not going to work that way for them. I view the boy even more as a victim now because of what happened. Because I believe and I view it as the adults making him rape me and him get raped in return, just for their own sick pleasure, because it was good for their agenda. And these assholes that talk about this as if it's just a job, I mean, we just had to do it. No adult can make kids do things like they did to me and they've done to other people, or have that kind of level of shit going on and turn around and say, it was just a job. I'm not, like, sexually into that. Like, I'm not that way. I'm not a pedophile, you know? But it's my job. I had to do it. No. You were gratified off of it. You enjoyed it. And you know why I can tell you were gratified off of it? All the shit going on today and how you guys have gone about shit. So, yeah, y'all were gratified off of it. Tommy from, I forget her new last name because she's been married for the third time after being married to Tommy for so long. But Gerald Freeman's daughter from Oklahoma, her daughter was one of the girls. She's older than me, by the way, so that we could clarify some shit, because people are kind of making this like Angela's just this nasty little piece of shit. Tommy knew about things. And I'm going to take a wild guess that Angie knew about things as well. And, yeah. So, like I told you, like, these little bastards are thinking they're clever about their shit, but they're not. So go ahead and throw up in arms about shit. All you want. But, you fuckheads are pedophiles that are involved. If you're on any of the vocal portion, you are definitely a pedophile. Sadistic for damn sure. And I needed to clarify, you can be sadistic sexually and not have a hard-on while you're fucking with somebody the way that y'all are fucking with me, and take that energy and go fuck your wives, husbands, girlfriends, and boyfriends, or whomever. You're still releasing that energy. You have, in your own mind, found a smart way around having to admit that it sexually turns you on. But it does. Because you don't do things the way that y'all do and the way y'all done it without it turning you on. And you finding excitement from it. Yeah, find a way around that one. So, for all you malignant, aka antisocial / narcissistic personality douchebags that are on here, who keep calling yourself borderlines. Stacey Miranda. I think I've mentioned this in a video before. I was able to pinpoint based on the fact that you never changed your hairstyle, and due to what's going on, you would not have found a guy that would have changed your mind about shit that you would have conformed to, that you would have changed your identity on for him as you lose yourself within him and become everything you think he needs. You would not have done that. And the proof in that, because that comes a lot with borderline personality disorder, the proof with that is basically, wow, they're trying to stop me because they're trying to argue right now about my brother David. Guys, David was into Johnny Cash before he went and saw Mariah and lived in Oklahoma before that, which means he was already into cowboy boots and shit before that, so suck my dick. No. Sorry. He's like his favorite fucking asshole on the fucking planet, so suck my dick on that. Anyways, so as I was saying, they're funny when they do this because y'all seem to, I don't know if y'all actually watch the video or if you just click on it because, you know, I still get views even though I've taken everybody off my Facebook. You know what? It's gone. Y'all are assholes. Y'all are douchebags. I told you, there we go. Stacey does not have borderline personality disorder. She has her identity, and it's not about other people having her find or change herself or help her kind of get stable or her conforming to a new lover or boyfriend or husband. It would be more important and vital for the husband to maintain what her identity is and how she sees herself and uphold that, because that's very important. And her hair is the exact same hairstyle, minus longer in the shoulders, that it was all the way from when she was a little girl, and it's been that way for a very, very long time, and that's part of her identity. So I need to make that clear. So no, Miranda, you do not have borderline. Sorry.